Got a Gun is a movie I honestly forgot about after it was released. It came out the same weekend as Kung Fu Panda 3, and I didn't even knew that it came out. I was like, oh yeah, this movie's coming out. And then like a couple days later, I was like, wait, what's that movie about? I don't know. What this movie's about is some guys led by Ewan McGregor are chasing down Natalie Portman and Joel Edgerton because of some things that have happened in their past. And something else happens, I think? I don't know. Honestly, I wasn't really sure what to think of this movie because even though I haven't seen this film, the director made a previous film called Warrior, which I heard was fantastic. So I thought maybe Jane Got a Gun had a chance, but then I learned of its really tragic production backstory. Whoa. Yeah, this movie's been delayed for a very long time, switching director, switching cast, it's been a mess, so it's really not that surprising to say the least that Jane Got a Gun wasn't very good. I kind of alluded to it earlier, but I honestly was finding it hard to pay any attention to the story. There are times when the story got good. For me, it was when they flashed back to the past and showed why all of this was happening in the present. I liked the past aspect of this movie. I was more interested in that. But then whenever they cut back to the present, I lost interest because it's a whole bunch of planning and just emotional conversations of talking about the past and dull boringness. I think the acting was fine. Natalie Portman, I thought she was pretty good in the role, though not the strongest female character, I guess. I mean, she shot a gun like 5 times, mainly on the same person, but for me, Joel Edgerton was probably the best character and best actor. I really like Joel Edgerton, but I think he can do better considering he was in The Gift, his directorial debut, which was an incredible film, and then Jane Got a Gun. Like, he can do better than this. How is he in this movie? And Ewan McGregor, though not the most compelling villain, I guess, he was fine for what he had to do. And I really like the Attack of the Clones reunion. It actually is an Attack of the Clones reunion. You have Padme, and then Uncle Owen, and then Obi-Wan Kenobi. My main problem is not the performances, and it's not even really the action, even though it's okay-ish. There's one really big explosion. I was like, okay, we're getting into some action now. Alright, this could be interesting. And then they kind of died it down, and I was like, oh, well, okay. Like I said, I got interested when they flashed back to the past. The past aspect was the most interesting part. However, when they go back to the present, I honestly lost interest a lot because it is a boring movie, because it is literally at a snail's pace of getting to the big climax. I honestly do think this movie could have been a really cool western. It started off kind of interesting, but it kind of descends into big boredom and dull dreariness. I like the performances for the most part. However, it just isn't enough to really maintain my interest. I honestly really don't like this movie. So I'm going to give Jane Got a Gun a D+. If they made the story more interesting and just made it be at like a faster pace, then I think I would have been on board with it, but it's so slow and boring, and it just doesn't have my attention. Even when they flash back to the past, that only lasts for like a minute, and some moments when they flash back to the past, it's just people having a conversation that I'm not well interested in listening to. However, if you saw Jane Got a Gun, leave in the comments below what you thought of it. I actually have a friend, Mr. Garrison from NG2C Network. He said he actually thought it was a decent movie, so maybe this can be different for peoples. Who knows? Also, I have a collab review coming up with my buddy Nate from Stupid Beagle Reviews, so look out for that. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe. I'm Jackson Fulcher. See you guys next time.